Welcome everybody. We have 3 minutes to start our lesson. Last 2 minutes. Last one. Okay. Okay, welcome everybody. It's very good to see you here today. And I see some familiar names too. So it's very good to have you back again. So we have more people coming. That's great. Okay, now let me share my screen and start our session today. If you have any microphone problems, any audio problems, any camera problems, please write them in the chat. Sorry. Please write them in the chat so I can see if you're having any troubles beforehand. So I won't call your names during the session, but I just want to make sure. I want everyone to speak, to try speaking at least. Okay, let's start. Okay. Let me put. I think everyone can see my screen. That's good. Okay, welcome to today's speaking workshop. Clasital is very happy to have you here today. So like always, We start with a fun tongue twister. And like always, I will say that tongue twister for 2 times. 1 time slowly, 1 time faster. And after me, if you feel like trying saying it, you can just raise your hand from the react button. And I can see you and have you here. Okay. Let me start saying it slowly. Whether the weather is warm, whether the weather is hot, we have to put up with weather, whether we like it or not. Now let me say it faster. Whether the weather is warm, whether the weather is hot, we have to put up with the weather, whether we like it or not. It's not that difficult like previous times. Who wants to try? Who would like to try? Anyone? You can just like start your microphone or you can raise your hand. Okay, yes, Malak, let's hear from you.
Okay. Whether the weather is warm, whether the weather is hot, we have to put up with the weather, whether we like it or not.
That's very good. Thank you, Malak. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Shreya?
I hope I'm audible. Hello.
Yes,
Can you
yes,
hear
we
me?
can hear you. Yes.
Alright. Whether the weather is warm, whether the weather is hot, we have to put up with the weather, whether we like it or not.
That's great. Thank you for trying. I told you today's tongue twister is not that difficult. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Yes, BC?
Okay. Whether the weather is warm, whether the weather is hot, we have to put up with the weather, whether we like it or not.
Okay, thank you very much. That was really good.
Thanks.
If there is no one else to try, I will start today's session. Okay. So here is today's agenda. What will we do today? I'll be giving you some tips and strategies like always for IELTS speaking part. We'll have some discussion questions. We'll work on some vocabulary. We'll be sharing some idioms and phrasal verbs. And lastly, we'll have a quote of the day so we can discuss about it. And let's start with a question. You can get some clues from the picture and maybe you can get some clues from the Clasital's website. So what do you think is our subject for today? I see Nina's answer in the chat part. Weather. Yes, we're going to talk about weather today. You're right. And let's start with a short discussion. I want to hear from each of you. What is the weather like in your country? And please try to remember IELTS speaking part. Always try to give some extended answers. Please tell me where you are in your answer and please try to describe what is the weather like in your country. Who wants to start? I will ask for your answers from each of you. Okay. BC, do you want to start?
Yes, I can start. Now we are at the autumn. So now the weather is a little bit windy here, and I am from Turkey.
That's good.
I'm from
So the
Turkey.
wind's already started.
It is warm and windy.
Okay, thank you very much. Nina, would you like to continue? Nina, you can turn on your microphone if you feel like speaking. Okay, maybe Nina is not ready yet. Maria, what is the weather like in your country? Mariam, can you hear us? If you're having any microphone or audio problem, you can write in the chat part. Okay, Anna.
Hello.
Hi.
I live in Tunisia and it's scorching hot here. Most of the time it's very sunny. Even though it's autumn right now, it's still very hot, a little bit windy, and the wind make a lot of dust around. And during the winter, even though it's winter, it's still very hot. The temperatures are about 10-15 degrees during the winter, and now there is around like 35, I guess 35 degrees here.
Okay, it sounds hot.
Yes, it's very
Thank
hot.
you. Okay, Malak, would you like to answer? Yes. Malak, we can hear from you if you feel like speaking. We can't hear you right now, Malak. Maybe you can turn off and turn on your microphone again. Okay, while waiting, maybe we can ask Shreya to answer the question.
Hello everyone. I'm from India, and here in India, it's a bit hot during day. However, like it is a bit chilly as well at night, and we also have a predicted rainfall and thunderstorm for tomorrow. So who knows what will happen tomorrow? So it's a mixed weather right now. It's hot plus winter. Like winter's around the corner, so everything is changing frequently.
Okay, thank you. It sounds like the transition season between summer and autumn. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Mariam is having microphone problems. We couldn't hear you. I hope you can solve the problem so we can hear from you at least one time during our session. Okay. Anjali, what's the weather like in your country? Anjali, can you hear us? And can you turn on your microphone? Okay. We can't hear you right now. It looks like your microphone is on, but we can't hear you. Okay. Nina, can you try? Okay, Angela, we're waiting. Nina, is your microphone working? Okay, today is a very unlucky day for some of us. Okay then. Yes, Angeli? All right, let me move on. Here are today's objectives. In the end of this lesson, you'll be able to talk about your favorite weather, how the weather affects your mood, how the weather affects transportation systems, and the extreme weather situations in your country. And here are some tips and strategies for IELTS speaking part exam. Always give clear and specific answers. You'll make some errors, don't worry about them. Instead, correct your mistake if you can and keep on speaking. And always be confident and smile. Okay, like always, we start with some vocabulary words. Here are 8 words that you can use while talking about the weather in IELTS speaking part. So please look at those words, and on the other side of the screen, you can see the definitions of those words. We'll try to match them to each other, the word and the definitions. And after that, we'll use them in a sentence. Maybe you don't know some of the words, but try to guess the meaning by looking at the definitions. I'll give you like 1 minute to go over the words. You can take a piece of paper and a pencil and you can note down your answers. And while answering the questions, while doing the matching, you can write your matchings in the chat part too if your microphone is not working. So this way we can have you in the session actively. So, okay, let's meet at let's meet in 1 minute.
Can you hear me?
Oh yes, Maria, we can hear you.
Okay.
Great. Would you like to answer the previous question? What's the weather like in your country?
Well, the weather in my country right now, well, all the time it's hot and humid. I don't feel like there's any seasons in the year. It's always hot and sunny.
Okay. Where are you from again?
What did you say?
Where are you from, Maria?
I'm from Egypt, but right now I'm living in the UAE.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. If you all looked at the words, let's start matching them.
Hello.
Hello, Anjali.
Hi, ma'am.
So you solved the microphone problem.
Yes.
That's great. Okay. Would you also want to answer the previous question? What's the weather like in your country?
Yeah, sure. So I'm from India. So in the morning it is very chilly, and in the afternoon and in the evening, in the afternoon actually it is very hot and humid here, and in the evening it is pleasant weather, and it changed to in the night it changed to raining storm, and it is very freezing here.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing your answers. Okay. Let's start matching our words. Mild weather. We can use the word mild in different situations, but in the context of weather, how can we define it? Shreya says E, not very cold and therefore pleasant. Yes, that's true. E. Shreya, you were the first one giving the answer. Would you like to use that word in a sentence?
Yeah, sure. Here in India, the cold weather is very mild nowadays. Maybe. Is it, uh, does it sound good?
Okay. Shreya, do you want to try again? Okay, too much background noise. Okay, then. Yes, we can say the weather is not so cold or so warm. We can say it's a mild weather today. Okay, Anna says 2 is B, sweltering, boiling hot, very hot in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. That is correct. Anna, do you want to use that word or phrases in a sentence?
Okay, I will try. It's usually sweltering hot in Tunisia during the summer, so a lot of people suffer from heat.
That's a perfect sentence. Thank you very much. Okay, for 3, downpour. It's like pouring. It's raining. It's pouring. Yes, 3 goes D. Downpour. A heavy fall of rain that often starts suddenly. Thank you for your answers. Malak, would you like to use it in a sentence? We can't hear you. I think you're having a microphone problem. Okay, anyone else with a working microphone? Downpour? You can just raise your hand from the react button. Anjali, do you want to try? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In Mumbai, while raining, many people face the problem of downpouring. Face the problem of downpour. It clogs all the drainage system in Mumbai, as the city is very congested.
Oh, the city is very congested. Thank you very much for your answer. Okay, number 4, salt. Yes. I see your answers in the chat part. F, soaked with something very wet. So soaked with water, soaked with tea, something liquid, we can say. But in the context of weather, we always use it like soaked with water. So who wants to try it in a sentence?
Can you hear me?
Who is that?
Malak.
Ah, Malak, that's great. You fixed the problem.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, finally. Very good to hear from you.
Okay, can I use soaked in a sentence?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I was on my way to school when it started raining. So when I arrived there, I was soaked.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. 5. Humid. Can I see your answers? Humid. When it's humid, you feel the water and water drops in the air. If it helps you a little bit. Yes, 5 goes with G. Humid. Warm and slightly wet. So I really don't like humid weather. I can say that. Anyone wants to try it in a sentence?
Ma'am, can I try?
Uh,
Anjali.
yes, Anjali, we can hear from you.
During the daytime, Mumbai people face the humid weather in the summer.
Okay, thank you. That is a correct sentence. Thank you. And for number 6, chilly. Chilly goes with H. Chilly weather. Sorry, yeah. Too cold to be comfortable. Or I'm sorry, H, right? Yes, too cold to be comfortable. It's chilly. It's not freezing, but it's chilly. Not extremely cold, but it's chilly. You still feel like having a jacket on yourself when you're wearing a t-shirt in summer nighttime, maybe. It goes with age. So I couldn't hear from Ram or Aryan or Sagar, Sohan. Ram, can we hear from you? Can you please try using it in a sentence? Chilly weather. Ram, is your microphone working? Okay, maybe we can hear from Aryan.
It's freezing cold here. I want to vacate to a hot area. Maybe that's.
Can you please use the word chilly weather? Chilly in a sentence, not
Okay,
freezing.
sorry. I sorry.
That's okay, no problem.
I like chilly weather because it's very pleasant kind of weather.
Okay. Thank you. We always try to use extended sentences, but that's a very correct sentence too. Okay. Sagar, for the next one. 7. Freezing. A. Yes. Freezing. Extremely cold. Yes, Sagar, can you please try using word freezing in a sentence? Yes.
Nobody wants to go for swimming in this freezing weather.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your answer. And I see Sohan's hand too. Maybe he or she can try the next one. A heat wave. It was a very popular word this summer, especially in Europe. A heat wave. Can you also give your definitions for me? See? Yes. A period of unusually hot weather. That's true. Okay, Sohan, can we please hear from you? A heat wave.
It was an extreme heat wave outside.
Can I please hear again?
It was an extreme heat wave outside.
Okay, yes, it was extreme. It was an extreme heat wave outside. Thank you for your answers. So now we'll try to use these words in sentences. We will use them to fill in the blanks. Okay. Same word. We've had a winter this year. The weather is quite pleasant. Mild. Yes, we've had a mild winter this year. The weather is quite pleasant. In the summer, maybe you can also give the answer and read the sentence so that you can hear the sentences more. Then you will remember using them in the exam if that comes to you. Who wants to use the word and read the sentence? Anna, we couldn't hear from you. In the summer?
In the summer, it's sweltering in the smaller classrooms.
Thank you. Anjali, can you please try the third one?
For the past 6 hours, downpour has been continuous. It keeps raining.
Very good. Thank you. Malak for the next one.
He woke up soaked with sweat.
Very good. As I said, if you're using it in the context of weather, we usually use soaked with water, but soaked with sweat, it can also be used. Okay, for number 5, Shreya.
The island is hot and humid in summers.
Very good. The island is hot and humid in the summer. I felt a bit. Number 6. Who wants to try? Yes, Maria.
And number 6, I felt a bit chilly, so I put on a jacket.
Yes, very good. Number 7, Anjali.
It's freezing in here. Can I close the window?
Yes, very true. And lastly, number 8. Only one word is left. Sohan, yes, please.
A long summer heat wave had crossed many older feel very hot.
Many elderly feel very hot. Yes, that's true. Okay. It seems like we did a very good job in vocabulary part. So now let's move on with discussion. So now we'll have questions, and for each question, everybody will take a turn to give their answers. Please try to give an extended answer, an extended sentence, so that you can practice speaking even more. Okay, our first discussion question goes like, does the weather affect your mood? Mood is like your feeling, your state of feeling, how you feel right now. Does the weather affect your mood? Okay, Anjali, let's start with you.
Yeah. So it's raining here. So my mood is like to just relax and eat hot food, and weather truly affects our mood. As it's raining, we are not able to like when it's raining, we like to relax in the home and eat hot foods. When it is summertime, the what do we say, um uh,
Sorry, it's my bad.
okay. So weather really affects our mood.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Shreya, you can move on.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, weather really play a very crucial part in our lives because they definitely define our moods. Um, hot weather will make us feel a bit lazy. However, if it's a bit chilly, we feel more comfortable and cozy. So, yes.
Weather affects our mood. Okay, who wants to continue? Ron, is your microphone working? Or you don't feel like speaking?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. Can you answer that question? Does the weather affect your mood?
I had gone to an exam center, so weather doesn't matter. You have to calm your mind and go straight to the exam. It doesn't matter what is the weather it is. You have to put control on yourself.
Okay, thank
That's
you,
it.
Ron. Okay, who wants to continue? Yes, Miriam.
Definitely does affect my mood. It depends on the weather itself. If it was sunny, I would be motivated. I would be more active and doing lots of things. If it was cold or chilly, I would be lazy and I would not be motivated to do lots of things.
Okay, thank you. Sagar?
Yes, of course, the weather affect my mood because whenever it is a cold day, I like to play football with my friends, and in summer days, I don't like even going outside my room because summer hits me off very badly. So I think weather affect my mood.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to continue? Anna? Okay. Anna, can you hear us? Or you're having a microphone issue? Okay. Who would like to continue? You don't have the connection. Oh, you can try going out and coming in again. All right. Anyone else? Arya?
Okay, I'll try.
Yes, please.
Yes, indeed, the weather affects our mood. During the summer days, I kind of feel lethargic. I don't feel like working anymore. But the opposite is same. But uh, in winter, I feel fresh, and due to which I'm more. I love winter. Yes.
Mhm. You love winter, that's why.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So you can always compare the season and the weather. That's good. I can see Nina's answer in the chat part. Absolutely, nice weather makes me feel optimistic and energized. On the contrary, dull and cloudy weather makes me feel depressed and want to stay indoors. Like I'm trying to use the chat bot more like for our answers and for the problems we're having. So let's keep that way. Let's keep our chat part only for lesson related messages. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyone else left? Anna? Is your microphone working now?
Excuse me, I didn't understand. Are you talking to me?
Yes, Anna, we couldn't hear from you. Does the weather affect your mood?
Now I'm connected. The connection disappeared. Yes, I think that the weather definitely affects my mood. I feel rather energetic when it's mild or chilly, and I feel very bad and tired when it's sweltering hot or when it's heat wave.
Very good. Thank you for integrating the vocabulary just we practiced into your speech. Thank you very much. Okay, if it's okay for everyone, I would like to continue with the next question. That's okay, really, that's okay. I just want to keep there for lesson-related messages. Okay. Do you experience extreme weather in your country? Of course, it's the case due to the climate crisis happening in the past years. We experience some extreme weather in our country, in Turkey too. Do you also experience extreme weather in your country? Let me go in an order. And Shreya, can you please start?
Sure, ma'am. So in India, during monsoon seasons, we face extreme weather. We face floods and a very um, um, rainfall, which causes so many problems for people living in rural areas because they are not able to migrate from their places because they don't have any other place to live, which definitely creates issues. So during monsoons, I feel that there's an extreme weather in our country.
Okay, thank you. Ram?
Yes, in Indian, when ITZ moves to on Indian Peninsula Plateau, when a hot weather condition occurred, and in towns, the poor people can't afford like AC cooler. They suffer most, and in rural area, people can stay and under down the tree, but it is not sufficient for them to survive with the hot weather. Sometimes heat waves come. So I think we should take steps to 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 prevent the global warming and the hot weather conditions like heat waves. In pandemic, hard it shouldn't be happened, but it happened. A heat wave in my life, a heat wave occurred first time. So that's it.
Okay. I see Mariam's question. Does extreme here in this question means extremely hot or extremely cold, or is it both? Actually, it's both, and it can be even more than that, like extreme downpour or extreme drought. Maybe there is no water at all in your country and the drought is happening. So these are all weather-related, climate-related extreme situations. So you can talk about any of them. Okay, Anjali, let's move with you.
So in India, in this year, we face a heat wave, extreme heat wave. In the rural area, mostly in the rural area, where the situation is very critical. They are facing problems with the water, mostly droughts are there. So I think in India, summers are very extreme. Yeah.
Okay. Summers are extremely hot, as I understood, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Aryan, would you like to continue?
Yes. The weather is very hot nowadays. Like we are having a summer season, and it feels like we are having a heat wave because the sun is really strong. And due to this, many things has been affected. Like the schools and organizations or offices are not able to run their offline classes or offline works. So people are working online. So yeah, overall, summer is affecting our lives, and it's yeah. That's all.
Heat wave. Okay, thank you. Sagar?
Since my country Nepal is divided into three geographical regions, there are different kind of weather experienced by different people at the same time. Since I am from a Tarai region, where there is a flat land, there occurred huge rainfall in my region. So I think rainfall causes flood, which makes people a bit difficult to live in. This is my experience for the extreme weather in my region.
Okay. Thank you for a very neat answer with the start and the middle and the end. Okay, Soha, would you like to continue?
I'm from Bangladesh, and it has been very rainy season these days. Like this morning, I have an examination at 10 o'clock, and it had been raining till 11, and it has been critical to go to college and give the examination. And many other people have their problems through this season. Thank you.
Okay, so extreme rain, very heavy rain is a problem nowadays in your country. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maria?
Yes, do you call my name?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, in my country, in the UAE, it is extremely hot nowadays. We're having a heat wave. In the morning, it's very hot, but in the night, in the end of the day, it can be a little bit chilly, but not that cold. But in the winter, in the morning, you could feel a little bit of wind. It is still sunny and humid, but there's also a little bit of wind, and you can feel a little bit refreshed.
Okay, then. So winters are not that cold anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that. Anna? Oh, did she just leave? Okay, I think she's still having connection problems. Malak?
Yes. Okay, so in my country where I live, it's usually it's a very hot climate for most of the year. So we experience extreme heat waves in the summer, and the temperatures here can reach to about 52 Celsius, and that's around 152 Fahrenheit. So it's very dangerous for people to be walking down the streets. You could easily get sunburnt or you could get a sunstroke. So we need air conditioning in everywhere we go. So wherever you go, you'll always have an air conditioner or you'll have a fan. So that's the type of extreme weather. But recently in the past year, there is something that came out of the blue is that there were floods in the northern region of the country, and that was something that we weren't used to. So people they weren't very used to having floods, and there were extreme it affected a lot of people. So people, need to get used to, the different the the weather that's changing a lot because that's happening all around the world. So I think that in my country they need to get used to the sudden changes in weather because I think it will be happening a lot in the near future.
Yes, that's true. We have the same case happening in Turkey too, the extreme floods. Okay, does rain affect transportation in your hometown? So maybe not the whole country, but in your hometown, is that the case? Nina, you can still write your answers in the chat part, so you can practice saying them by yourself. Shreya, I'm trying to give feedback just after your speeches. So can you please answer that question? Does the rain affect transportation in your hometown?
Sure, ma'am. During monsoons, as my hometown is not developed, so we do faces clogged drainage system. Um, People were unable to go to their offices, and like children are unable to attend schools due to that. Along with that, we are unable to go to market to buy our essential items because everywhere there's water on roads which we are unable to cross. So yes, rain has affected our transportation and transit in my hometown.
Okay, thank you very much, Freya, for your answer. Anjali?
So actually no, my hometown is very big in size, so there is no problem of transportation while raining here. But yeah, it sometimes clog the drainage system, and due to that people face many more problems. But overall in my hometown there is no transportation affected by rain.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. Arya?
Yes, the rain does affect the transportation in my place because every time it is when it is a monsoon season, the roads are like inundated with water. You know, there is water everywhere, and we won't be able to transport from one place to another place. And there was also one incident like just some days ago, the local government gave a holiday because the there is a flood. So yeah, rain does affect the transportation in my country.
Okay, just like snow days, you have rain days.
Yes, it's still raining. You know, it's raining like cat and dog here.
Yeah, okay then. Sagar?
Well, it's a very interesting question, ma'am, but I feel really sad saying that my country Nepal have very unmanaged drainage system. So in my hometown is also the same. The unmanaged drainage system in my hometown cause blocked, clogged drainage where water flows all over the road and transportation is mostly affected during rainy seasons. So I feel very sad saying this.
Okay, so you mean the infrastructure is not that developed. That's why you're having those problems, not because of rain, but because of the infrastructure in your hometown.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Soha?
Yes, ma'am. It really affected the
Transportation.
transportation in my country in the raining season. During even now, it's raining out,
Yes.
and it is very effective in Bangladesh through raining. It sometimes it get flooded and mud all over the road, and that's yeah. It is a really big problem during the rain season.
Okay, during the rain season, it becomes a very big problem. Anna?
Yes, transportation system is badly affected by the rain in our country. Actually, every autumn and winter season, we have a lot of accidents caused by rains, and it affects us badly.
Okay. And what do you think it's happening because of a heavy rain problem or infrastructure problem?
I think it's happening because of the infrastructure problem, because the pipes under the ground that are supposed to take the water outside out of the streets. It doesn't work properly, and usually it's stacked with the garbage and different kind of objects, so that the water doesn't go. Don't know what to call this structure, but the water
Water.
doesn't go outside. Yes,
Mhm.
water pipes, and that's why we everything is flooded during the winter and autumn.
Okay, thank you. Malak?
Okay, so like I said before, it rarely rains where I live, but sometimes when it rains, a lot, you'll see that there'll be a lot of car accidents in the road, and sometimes they will, the government will say that the schools will stop working this day, just to prevent the car accidents, and also sometimes the drainage system doesn't work well, and then you'll see piles of water on the streets. But I think it's fun because it doesn't reach to the level where it's flooding, but you'll have puddles of water everywhere where you go, so you'll splash everywhere.
Okay. All right. Maria, let's finish that discussion part with you.
Yes, and where I live, in the winter it really rains. It rains very little, and when it actually rains, it might rain for about 15 to maximum 30 minutes.
Mhm.
And yes, like uh, there will be like little puddles of water here and there. And I only experienced one time, and I don't even know if I could call it a flood, but the water reached my knees.
Okay, then. Thank you for your answers. Now we have the section two. Here you will try to prepare a speech like for 2 minutes. So you work on it for 1 minute, and I'm expecting your speech to last like 2 minutes. So this is your task. You're gonna describe your favorite weather. You should say what it is, when it usually occurs, what do you do when the weather is like this, and explain why you like it. I'm also sending the task in the chat part if you can't see it from the screen properly. And you can use these words that we just practiced. And here, there is an example speech and an example answer. I'm going to read it for you. And while I'm reading, you can get ideas, you can get clues, and you can also start working on your own answer. Well, there are 4 seasons in Turkey: spring, winter, autumn, and summer. So you can witness many different kinds of weather throughout the year. I'm fond of rainy weather. In spring, you can see rainy weather in the mild climate, and in autumn, the weather is usually chilly, and you can come across cold and rainy weathers. I love the first rain of the season a lot because it gives me immense pleasure when I smell the soil. It's really amazing. There are plenty of things that I do during rain. I like looking at raindrops from the window. I also enjoy listening to songs, some special songs I listen to when it rains. And I love spending time indoors with my family and friends in rainy weather. What's more, when I was young, I used to make boats using paper craft and float them in water. Overall, the best time of the year is the rainy season, mainly because I have plenty of to-dos, which gives me pleasure. I wish it could have been raining all year round. So that was an example answer. So when you feel ready, you can use react button to raise hand, and I can start giving you turns to give your 2 minutes of speech. Anyone feels ready? Yes, Toham, let's start with you.
My favorite season is rainy season actually. Usually I listen to songs when it rains and with a cup of tea. They're my special songs I used to listen about rains. Uh, and I also like the smell of the soil of the rain. Sometimes I used to take a bath in rain also. And in childhood, I used to make paper boats and float it. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. I feel like the example answer helped you a lot. Okay. Sagar, do you want to take a turn? Okay, maybe he's not ready yet. Anjali?
So, well, there are three main seasons we observe in India. That is summer, winter, and rainy season. I found of winter season as it is not much freezing here. So in winter I mostly like to travel, go for trekking, hiking, as they are not it is not freezing or chilly here in winters. It is mild weather and I pleasant weather actually. So I would like to eat hot food. So when it is winter season, I mostly eat hot food and hot meals. um, Overall it is best time for me, as there is a Christmas holidays in winter, and there is one special festival which we celebrate in India. It's called Diwali. It comes in winter. So in winter mostly there is family gathering, as there is no rain and traffic problems. Winter is very relaxing for us.
Okay, thank you very much. Miriam?
Yes, my favorite weather is when it's mild. It is between hot weather and cold weather. It is just perfect. Uh,
I can barely hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds better. Maybe you can.
My favorite weather is mild.
Mhm.
It is between hot weather and cold weather, and it just is perfect. It usually happens in where I live in spring or the beginning of winter. And I could stay indoor or outdoor. It doesn't matter. And the activities I could do outdoors is I could go to the parks and also gather with my friends and families in open places. And also indoors, I could do my daily routine without feeling hot or cold. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to continue? Arya?
The winter is my favorite season. It normally starts from November, December, and in like February or March. And the thing I like about summer is because it's very freezing cold here, and there is a snowfall, which is the main attraction of summer, I guess. And summer is also a kind of a touristic season here. Many people from in and out of country visit here to go to like to see Himalayan mountains and all. And due to this, I also prefer going to like trekking or hiking, and it feels makes me feel energized. And also during winter days. I'm very big fan of wearing these hoodies or jackets, and winter days gives me that luxury. So yeah, winter is my thing.
Okay. So yeah, we can always talk about seasons while talking about weather, but don't forget it's about weather, not only seasons. So try to combine seasons and weather together in your speeches. Okay. Anna, would you like to continue? Okay, maybe she's having connection problem. Yes, Shreya.
Yeah, so as I'm from North India, so over here we faces extreme weather, whether it's winters, it's freezing over here, and if it is summers, it's a heat wave going on every day. So my favorite season is autumn because it's pure and beautiful. It usually lasts from September to November. Like the summers are going and winters are around the corner, so it's mild and very cozy. I like to go for long walks with my friends or on a coffee date. I usually spend daytime in parks or with my friends because the sun is bright. Everywhere you can see beautiful skies with different colors, and it usually gives me thrill because everything is beautiful and amazing. Um, Usually, I just prefer to do all these activities. And like after autumn, we faces winter. So as winters are freezing cold, so I don't actually like winters that much.
Okay. You don't like winters because it's too cold or
Too
freezing.
cold. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Malak?
Okay, so where I live, it's usually the winter starts between December till early January, and that's when the weather is very cold and windy. You could say it's chilly, and that's the perfect weather that I like. During that time, we welcome the new year, so I always start the year, positively and with good vibes because the weather is amazing that time. And I usually enjoy my time by going to the park with my friends, and we play basketball with each other, and then we go and eat ice cream, which I feel like it's breaking the code because no one eats ice cream in the winter, but we always do that. And then, in the end of December, we have the National Day of our country. So there's always amazing celebrations, and we go and do, amazing activities on the Corniche, and we go to the beach, and it's always a lot of fun. And I also like to drink hot chocolates in the night because you'd like to relax before the day ends. So that's what I like.
Okay, thank you very much. Anna, how is your connection right now? Can you speak? Okay, I think we're not able to hear from her. So I think everybody answered that discussion question. Thank you for your answers. I hope I could give feedback and useful feedback for you. Okay. So now lastly, just before finishing, I want to give some idioms and phrasal verbs and some collocations to you. So it's feeling under the weather. If someone is or feels under the weather, they feel ill. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I think I'm getting a cold. You can use it. You can take a note about these idioms. Be raining cats and dogs. It's more like informal speech, so we don't usually see it written or in formal texts or formal speeches, but informally we can use it to be raining heavily. It's raining cats and dogs. It hasn't stopped since the morning. And lastly, we have a quote of the day. Sunshine is delicious, rain is refreshing, wind braces us up, snow is exhilarating. There is really no such thing as bad weather, only different kinds of good weather, says John Ruskin. So, what do you think about this quote? If you have any opinions, you can quickly give us, and then I'll show you our website and a little feedback form. Anyone wants to comment on quote of the day? Sagar, you can reach our contact people in the contact part in the website. In Clasital's website. Can you see where the... Yeah, you can also send us an email too. Okay. Anyone wants to comment on the quote of the day, or we can finish our lesson? Sunshine is delicious, rain is refreshing, wind braces us up, snow is exhilarating. There is really no such thing as bad weather, only different kinds of good weather. This quote also reminded me of another quote saying, there is no thing as bad weather, there is only bad clothes. So you can always enjoy the weather if you're wearing proper clothes. Oh, Anna, you're always... Yes, Tireya.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with the quote because it clears everything because it only depends on us whatever whichever weather we enjoy. So as I like autumn because I feel comfortable when I'm cozy. So because of that, I feel like autumn is best for me, and because of that, I don't like summers because it's humid and it's always like wet or even in rainy season because as I've mentioned earlier that my area is not that much developed, so we faces that water clogging and we are unable to travel. So because of that reasons, it is just my personal situation that makes me dislike the weather. Well, if I travel to other countries, if the situations are different, I might like the summers and rainy season. So that actually like the quotes really hit differently.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your opinion. Anyone else?
Hi.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Anjali.
So I think it's a perspective of us. Like I like winter, so like mild weather or sometimes chilly weather. So I found like it's good. Like I like to go for trekking. So for me winter is very good. For another person, he or she might like summer. So it's just like our perspective and our mood of doing what we need to do on that time. So it's just about our perspective and our priorities on that time.
Okay, yes, that's a very good perspective. Anyone else? Okay. So thank you for joining our lesson today. We'll keep having our speaking sessions and other sessions for IELTS practice. And in the chat part, you can see our form for feedback. So please click on that form and send your feedback to us so we can give you a better service in our lessons, in our sessions. Thank you for joining today.
Ma'am?
Yes, Anjali?
Can you open that slide, idiom slide?
If you want to take a note.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, one sec.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
This was my first class, and I thought you were teaching really pretty good. I love your way of teaching,
Oh, thank you.
and you're so beautiful.
Thank you for your feedback. Yes, you can give your instant feedback to us too. Please make sure you fill the feedback form too. And I also want to share our library part. There it is. Can you see? Oh, you can't see? Okay. Here you can see our library and classroomclassical.com. In the library part, you can see lots of practice videos, lots of practice activities, only for reading and listening for now. I'm sorry, I think I'm having a connection problem like you. But you can see the videos, you can practice your speeches, you can get some tips and strategies from our website. So if you don't have any other questions or any other feedback, you can find me on Clasital website. If you don't have any other lesson related feedback, I'm saying goodbye to you now.
Goodbye, ma'am. I have
Goodbye.
already provided the feedback. It's a nice session. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your feedback. Goodbye, everyone.